Insofar as scheduled caste and scheduled tribe is concerned, to which again the Honorable Chief Justice referred with regard to reservation, the earlier view, as could be found in the cases of Devdas and Balaji, was that sub-article 4 of Article 16 was an exception to the main article of 16, and it was only a permissible way of providing reservation. But however, the 7 judges bench in N.M. Thomas overruled that view, and it held that Article 16.4 was only an empathetic way of saying that it is already inbuilt in Article 14 and Article 16. It held that Article 14 and 16 promise an equality of opportunity to all the citizens in the country. But it said that equality of opportunity does not mean that equal opportunity to all the citizens. It said that if equal opportunity to provide it to all the citizens, then it will lead to nothing else but more inequalities. And therefore, a special treatment to those who are lagging behind was already inbuilt in Article 14 and Article 16. It has been further carried forward in Indira Sawhney, the 9 judges bench, which held that the reservation was not an anti-meritarian, and it also held that the reservation could be provided even by an executive instruction, and it was not necessary that it has to be by a legislative piece. Recently, in the last year, we sat in a 7 judges combination to consider the issue with regard to subclassification. All 7 of us, out of 7, the 6 of us took a view that a subclassification was permissible. If the state government finds that even among the scheduled caste, a certain sections of the society, section of the scheduled caste are not adequately represented, and if it is found that only a particular sections in the scheduled caste have taken the benefits of the reservation, then the state cannot be precluded of its right of providing a special treatment to those who are underrepresented. I also went further and took a view that the concept of creamy layer, as has been found in the judgment of Indira Sawhney insofar as the other backward classes are concerned, should also be made applicable to scheduled caste, though my judgment has been widely criticized on that issue. But I still hold that judges are not supposed to normally justify their judgments, and I still have about a week to go. But if a person who is an IAS officer, he becomes a chief secretary, and his son gets the best of education in a city like Hyderabad or Bangalore, would a child of a poor agricultural labor studying in the village, though both belonging to scheduled caste, could be equated? And my answer to that was no. It denied equality of opportunity. 3 of the learned judges concurred with my view. And therefore, the concept of equality has to be ensured that the equality should not be only a paper equality, but a real equality.